Hi, welcome back. We're at the Pokemon World Championships here in 2012, and this is going to be round 6. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure to be here, Ben.
Yep. We got our very own Michael Pramawat versus Ray Cipoletti, both players in the U.S.
Yeah, they're both East Coasters as well. I think they're normally slightly outside of one another's radius, but both showed up to Philadelphia Regionals this year. So.
Yeah. It's good to see our own Michael Pramawat doing well. Hopefully this is going to be a better match than the next two, but there's no promises.
I think it's also worth noting what players are kind of surrounding them at the top tables.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
So next to them we've got Aaron Curry versus Dylan Bryan, and both very successful players. Aaron just grinded in yesterday, so this performance from him is very strong, and he's really in contention to be one of the top grinder players of all time if he makes top cut and goes beyond and makes it to the finals.
Definitely. Speaking of which, we have Michael Diaz right next to him.
Yeah, right?
Also grinded in.
Michael Diaz also made it in through the grinder. And I think what's great is it's a testament to the fact that these players who make it in through the grinder, more often than not, have really earned their place. It's not just, oh, you happen to show up with someone else, they handed you a deck. No, you can really cut the mustard against the world's best.
All right, both players getting set up. Let's go to the game. Looks like Mike's going first. Oh, 2 Pokemon for Ray. I don't know how he's going to knock both of them out.
It's funny you say that because Michael had actually said that he put a Seeker in his deck this morning. So.
Just kidding, folks. Maybe. I have no idea.
It'd be bad if I was kidding and it actually happened to be true.
Yeah.
There'd be a level of distrust.
So we know Mike's playing Darkrai. I'm not sure what Ray's playing. I saw his hand. It looked like there's some electric energy.
I think he's playing Eels. I think I had heard someone say that before.
Yeah. So very possibly be a good game here.
I think both of them would rather it be that way.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe. But yeah, I know Mike always wants to do well at Worlds, and he's done well here. Last time it was here.
No, this is his proving ground. He came in second last time, and he wants to do it again.
Well, I'm sure he wants to win this.
Yeah.
Always some announcements.
They've announced the countdown.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
We'll see triple Smeargle.
Yeah. I wish I had a slightly better view because they could all be different ones, right? Because you could have like the regular, the reverse foil, and then it's 2 different sets. But
so many Smeargolds. I mean, they could like put on an art show. So many portraits. Mike getting energy card in the discard already. Strong, Ultra Ball.
And I'm curious about his choice to discard the Lost Remover. I haven't seen the other cards in his hand, but I'm left wondering, does he have some knowledge that Ray is playing Eels? And in which case, maybe he thinks the Lost Remover isn't going to be as effective because it's not going to get rid of the Special Darks or the Prisms or whatever.
Right.
Okay. And now he knows that Ray is playing Eels. But the other thing is, does he view
no supporters?
Does he view discarding the Lost Remover as depositing it for his junk arms later, if he needs to get rid of that double colorless?
Very possibly. He also may have just been forced into it based on what he wants to do.
Yeah, and it looks like he was because he ended up Junipering. So he's played 2+ powers because he junk armed for one.
He was looking for a Pont or something, but when you get a Juniper, might as well just spend everything you got.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that is Michael's only dark in the discard pile, so
it is.
He's going to need to do something in order to get another one there. Oh, word pass. Okay. So Ray's got some dual balls that he's going to be churning through. So something Ray just did that I thought was, again, I don't know, questionable, but probably irrelevant, is the fact that he drew a dual ball, and he played the one that he drew despite the fact that Mike had already seen the one in his hand. And for some reason, Ray did not want to play that second dual ball. Now, Pram would have known what card Ray drew off the top of the deck.
Yeah, that's true.
It informs Mike's choice to portrait or not. It also informs whether or not he wants to play an N or something like that.
You always want to try to hide as much as possible.
It's true. We're not suggesting to be deceitful, but rather secretive.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't show your opponent your hand.
I think that actually came up that is against the floor rules. I'm
is it?
sure. Yeah, showing your opponent your hand because it is private information, and I think you're expected to keep it that way. I think I'm not sure if the concept behind that is that it could be bullying or like trying to intimidate someone or whatever. But I could also be wrong, and someone please leave it in the comments to inform me what is the correct information on that.
No supporters.
So, also what's interesting is both of them, when they miss the supporter, they're also not having any random receivers. So,
both players drawing what they got, and I think Darkrai wins that duel.
yeah, I have to agree with you there. Okay. So what I like about Pram playing this sick top deck. Yeah. So as Ray, I think I might have chosen to retreat the Smeargle. That way, I'd have the electric in the discard. It wouldn't be trapped on my active if Michael chose to play the Sky Arrow.
Right.
Which seems like it's overwhelmingly what he wants to do because he doesn't want to invest the Dark Energy drop to his active.
Mm-hmm. I almost would have junk armed for a dual ball, which obviously would have left me in a terrible position. But it's not something I would have done. And maybe he's better for it.
Mike's ripped the sleeve, and he's going to replace it with a card that is
just in the discard.
In the discard. Oh no, sorry. I think it just had an extra sleeve.
I don't think so, but it's possible.
Okay.
Mike does have a Juniper. Looks like he has no. He also has a junk arm. You can just get rid of it.
Yeah.
And he does elect to get rid of the Juniper.
Yeah, I think opting to get rid of the Juniper is really what you want to do here.
Mm-hmm. Longer Ray goes without supporters. Mike only needs one energy card now, and he can just start knocking things out. So just really get a huge advantage.
Mike grabs the catcher. So
he also has a special Dark in his hand.
But Ray just top decked the Juniper.
Oh.
So he's going to drop an Eel, maybe drop the Super. No, there's nothing worth Super. He can even Super Ride for. Yeah, just has to Juniper it away. So for sake of argument, and despite the fact that Junk Arm is going to soon be irrelevant, if, let's say, that Eel had been a Shaman in Ray's hand, it would have been legal for him to play Junk Arm, discard Super Rod and Shaman, choose to retrieve the Super Rod, play the Super Rod to shuffle the Shaman in, and then Juniper. A lot of people miss plays like that. They don't see them because it's so uncommon. Why would I want to Junk Arm with a legal target in discard and choose something that was already in my hand that I chose to discard?
Right. You always want to try to get as much material as you can back in the deck.
Oh, and Mike has the random receiver as well.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that earlier.
Catcher, random receiver, energy.
Yeah.
He's got what he needs. Ray's got 2 Eels out though. That's certainly daunting. But they don't do much if you don't have any energy in the discard, and Ray does not.
Yeah. So Ray's going to leave the Smeargle with the energy active, but he knows that Mike has the catcher.
And it looks like Ray's not playing a tracking.
Yeah, no,
I saw the DC, so...
See the Noble Colors. And there would be too many signs that whether it's a Terrakion or a Fighting Energy or something, Ray has gone deep enough into the deck that we would expect to see some sign.
Well, Mike elects not to use his random receiver.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Mike's decision here because he's in a good position. He's already got his manual energy attachment. He doesn't want to risk, I'm going to random receiver into a supporter, play the supporter, get a supporter stuck in my hand that I can't get rid of.
Okay. Makes sense. He does elect to use the 3 damage on the Eel. I don't know if maybe that's the best choice. Because you have to think, oh, I definitely want to get that catcher on the eel next turn. I guess if you're going to get the catcher on the eel next turn anyways, wasting that 30 damage, not that big of an issue, since they're going to have no eels on the field. You'll just be in a commanding position.
Right, I think it also opens the door that if Mike wants to catcher a Dynamo, he can do that. And if a Mewtwo becomes a threat, he can elect to multi-shot the Mewtwo and get the splash damage to KO the eel.
Yes. We're going to see a Mewtwo play here. Does not look like Ray has a supporter, so we're just going to have to do 60 damage.
Now, Ray's got those electrics trapped in his hand. He's got one trapped on the board. This is just very, very negative for him.
Yeah.
So Mike drew the Special Dark. What's interesting here is, just going to keep going through his deck with randoms here. What's interesting about drawing the Special Dark is, and it looks like now he's going to be playing it onto his active. He doesn't. I don't think Mike plays Shaman, and it's kind of a waste to his manual attachment. But who cares? It's free damage. For all you know, if Ray attaches an Eviolite, you're going to want that free damage. Oh no, he's going to go for the Ultra Ball. I didn't see that in his hand before either.
That makes sense. He does elect to discard the. He
elects to toss the catcher, which I'm fine with because I think that's one of the strong points on eels that sometimes people obsess over your strong bench sitters too much and leave your attacker alone. So
getting that Mewtwo in the one-shot range also puts eel in one-shot range.
I
take 3 in one turn.
And exactly. And if it forces multiple max potions from Ray if he has that option available to him. So Mike's got a switch and he's got a potion in hand, so he's going to use the potion. It's very much a base set day over here. We got double colors, base set, and potion.
So that puts the Darkrai at 50, leaving it with 130 HP. Mewtwo has to do
170, really realistically 180 without a plus power.
Wow, there's the Eviolite.
So
yeah, that Mewtwo has to do so much damage.
There's going to need to be 9 energy, so it's going to be there's 3 that are there, the 2 that are on Mewtwo, plus so that's 7 plus another 2. So no, sorry, plus another 4 because there's 5. Yeah, he needs another 4 energy in play. So you need to Dynamotor, Shaman, and double colors to get the knockout on Darkrai next turn.
Yeah, that's a
tall order, and that also
that
means
potion huge.
The potion's gigantic. It also means that Ray would not be able to play a max potion to save his Mewtwo from potentially a suddenly dark patch Darkrai.
Joke's on you. He plays 2 Shamans.
Double Shamans to teach me a lesson. But he can still max potion the bench deal, and I think that's one of the nice things that max potion is really versatile. Mm-hmm. It's good in many situations, and I think it's just so good against Darkrai because they're being very smart about how they plan out the game, and you get to throw a wrench in it.
Of course, keeping any kind of energy acceleration available.
Well, we've seen 2 max potions off the random receiver that Ray just played. We've also seen a switch. Okay,
there were 2 max potions.
There were 2 max potions from that we saw revealed on the random.
And there's 1 in his hand.
Oh wow! 3. So this is very valuable knowledge for Mike here because he's going to assume Ray runs 4 junk arms, and he's verified that there are 3 max potions. Yeah, there's not much going on here. Just a lot of thought about, do I actually want to drop the end? And the answer is you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Who cares what you end up giving Mike off it if you just have nothing to do to begin with?
Right, exactly.
So I think what's interesting here, too, is the fact that M seems like it's really destructive against decks that don't play off the table, right? So Eel and Klinklang, they really like it because once they get set up, the things they need are on the board. Even for a lot of Vileplume decks that aren't Axel Gore are going to act that way. But then Darkrai, well, you need the Dark Patch in hand, and like, sure, you can let the Darkrai sit on the bench until you're ready for it to some extent. But what are you going to do? Oh,
yeah,
no.
Ray's going
Ray's going for it. Oh man!
What a hand.
Apparently, Mike's favorite card is Basic Dark Energy. Yeah, wow. But what I was saying about the N in this situation is that even though you can end Darkrai to a very low number of cards and it's going to hurt them very badly, they also go from this position of, Mike's drawn 1 prize. He almost was in a position to draw 3 this turn. So he goes from having basically started the game and sort of built his momentum to being in a place of, I've almost won the game.
Yep.
And that sudden shift is really important.
Mike has not much to do here except patch, attack,
Yeah.
keep getting ahead. Still, no energy cards in the discard for Ray.
Yeah. Mike is saving that catcher. He does not want, he's going to put the splash damage on the eel, and he's going to catch her around that Smeargle, because why does he want to do Ray the favor of the energy acceleration?
Current eels, not a problem. Future eels, problem.
Yeah.
That Darkrai does have a lot of damage on it.
It does.
Yeah, it being a 3-shot is just not going to be efficient.
And this is one of those situations, too, where I kind of like Ultra Balls in Eels. You know, a lot of people are down on it, because Level Ball's a really incredible card, especially for Eels, like no other deck.
Right.
But at the same time, there's no denying that you want to have the consistency, which is not only to say being able to search for what you want, the consistency of being able to eliminate cards from your hand and add them to your discard pile. Your discard pile is a resource, and that's not always the case. I would not be surprised to see a lot more decks running 4 Ultra Balls after the rotation, with Dual Ball gone and with Junk Arm gone.
You see a Dual Ball here, I think. Okay. Didn't look like he hit ahead. Not going to get any other attackers out, so this is not looking good.
When everyone's doing all this pointing, I really wish we could hear what was going on at the table. It would add a lot for everyone.
I use Portrait. Mike doesn't have any more stuff in his hand. Doesn't have a potion. No supporter though.
The retreat is interesting. There's been a shift in Ray's mind here. I think Ray just went from thinking, I want him to knock out this Smeargle with the electric on it, to, I want to shaman this electric later. Or he's trying to make Mike think that, which would be a really deep play, but I'm not sure that, even if Mike were to, let's say, fall for it, I'm not sure that it's even relevant. Second potion for Mike is really big here. Mike's willing to kind of waste that 30 damage.
So far ahead at this point. He gets another catcher, and Ray doesn't do anything. Mike's just
Ray's got a Shaman in hand.
He also has Max Potion. So that's going to prevent his from getting knocked out.
I just think... he didn't play the Max Potion in front of the Dynamo KO.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I don't... It's
maybe
debatable.
at this point you just have to say, I have to go for that meal and save the Max Potion for the next time.
The weird thing is that by Max Potioning, you actually improve your odds of being able to evolve it, because you're going to have one less card that doesn't evolve it in your deck. And he just drew into the Max Potion again.
He did draw the eel, though.
Yeah, he drew the eel, which is good. Because he really needs to get a Mewtwo out to deal with that Darkrai.
Yeah.
So, not that Ray's been in the position to, I guess, make this happen. This is really why I like Zekrom in Eels. Because the Zekrom in the situation, even with an Eviolite, for 3 energy is going to be doing 100 damage.
Ray with another double tails, Dual Ball.
Yeah, so Ray was never in a great position here, but I think it just went totally outside his control once he started getting all these awful flips.
Yeah.
We can see Ray gripping his forehead, and Mike confidently attaching things, playing a supporter.
Top picking a supporter.
Top picking a supporter. I also wonder to some extent that, I guess, the frustration players experience is that made worse by the fact that this is on camera. And I feel for them because so few games happen on camera
Yeah.
that, you know, and for every game there must be a winner and a loser. There's no ties in Pokemon.
Right. The good thing about the camera thing is we're here. You know, lets people know there was really nothing you could have done. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
His draws were not good. We couldn't get Eels out. We couldn't get energy into this card. Mike just viciously goes gorilla on him with his Darkrai.
Yeah.
He's got one left. He's gonna need to.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's all up to Portrait.
Ray had to do that. No question. What? Is that a? What did he just
I
do?
think it's a level ball. He does get a Juniper. I just don't think it's possible for him to come back, though. I mean, I guess it's possible, just so improbable.
Yeah. Okay, so second level ball.
Oh, still no attackers.
But he's got a punt.
Yeah.
So he's at
Level ball for nothing again.
yeah.
He might just Juniper.
I think
He gets energy in the discard. Oh, okay.
No, I think he needed to punt more because I don't think he could afford to lose the Shaman. I think for him to have a realistic chance of winning the match, he must play Shaman.
Mewtwo knocks some things out with it after it gets hit by Darkrai. Shaman energy over.
Yeah. I think that's the ideal play. I think the next closest thing is building a Mewtwo via Shaman right now and being able to KO the bench Darkrai.
So we see all lightnings and jump arm.
Yeah, so those are the energy that. So Ray's going to have to go for Dual Ball.
Yeah.
Hopefully this poor kid gets 2 heads. I think that was a heads. So he's
got at least one.
He's gotten at least one. I can't really see the die clearly. Yeah, there he goes. Okay.
1.
He has not retreated this turn.
4.
So
it's going to get 5 energy this turn, I think.
So it didn't matter whether he retreated or
Does he attack?
So he attacks. So that's 7 energy, so it's 100 damage.
I don't think Ray attached that turn.
Yes, he did. He attached the double cost to deals.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. My mistake.
Yeah, I had a similar thought when he had that hand of like almost all energy, and I was like, oh, why is he not playing one of these to get them out of his deck? But
I'm curious to see if Ray has another Shaman in his deck. Maybe. It's hard to think that he would. He's certainly in a vulnerable position. Plus, with no end, Mike's going to have a lot of cards
and
here.
And hasn't Ray expended all his max potions at this point? So now the only access to healing he has will be Junk Arm.
Yeah. And right now his hand's just full energy.
Full energies, really. But we know that he has at least one Juniper left in his deck because he shuffled it in via the Pont. So hopefully for Ray, he can draw that Juniper, and I can't really make out the size of.
Mike has the catcher. It's game.
Yeah. So as unfortunate as that game was for Ray, I think what's great is that we did see him be a good sport about it and just extend for the handshake there.
Yeah, both players doing pretty well at X1 at this point.
Yeah, so both players have a chance of still making cut. I'm looking over to see the physical table versus the camera of the table right now. Yeah. Yeah, we miss out on, I'm sure, some interesting words from the players. Running verifying the results.
So we had a nice game there.
Yeah.
Much better than the donks we saw before. We got to witness the awesome power of Darkrai. Doesn't mess around. Doesn't take prisoners.
I think one of the things that definitely made it a better game as well is the fact that it was not a surprise matchup for either player. These two people, no doubt, have practiced this matchup. It's very important. And I just think that Ray did not have the cards he needed to go the distance.
Yeah. The deck can certainly go toe-to-toe, but with that kind of start, those kind of draws, those kind of flips, things just happen.
Yeah. So, Ray's walking over to us now.
How's it going, Ray? Horrible?
I can't believe it. Did you notice something weird that game?
No, we I don't think we noticed something weird. What do you think was strange? You forgot.
Oh, you retreated into the Smeargle and then just passed. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he had anything. Yeah, he didn't have anything.
Yeah, I guess you missed the hand knowledge, but there was a lot of drop pass.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's still it doesn't feel good, but I'd rather learn when it didn't matter than when it does, right?
Yeah. Bad rolls. Like so many turns. All right, just need to hit a dual ball. Let's get an attacker out.
I think for a long time I really liked Smeargle for its hand knowledge. I liked it in Lustgar over Mr. Mime because, with Warp Energy even, it was very effective that I can attach a Warp to my active Gengar, check your hand, maybe get an extra supporter play out of it. But, yeah, it's really surprising to see how he went from, like, obscurely used in a few decks to just every table there's Smeargles now.
Yeah. All right, thanks for having us and playing a game on our stream, right?
Take care. We'll see you later.
This has been round 6 from Pokemon 2012 World Championships. 1 round left to Swiss.
One round left in the Swiss, and they've announced that there will be a top 16 cut. The top 16 players will begin play tomorrow morning.
All right, fantastic. Can't wait to see what we get this last round.